of the Púca, is a common motif in Celtic mythology, often attributed to powerful deities capable of manipulating their form to interact with the mortal world. It is possible that the Púca emerged as a more localized and accessible manifestation of these shapeshifting powers, a spirit that could interact more directly with individuals and communities. Furthermore, the Púca's close association with animals, particularly horses, goats, and dogs, suggests a deep connection to the natural world and the Celtic reverence for these creatures. Horses, in particular, held a significant place in Celtic society, representing power, speed, and even connections to the divine. The Púca's frequent appearance as a Watch this story in full. Subscribe, comment and like my channel, Green Mythology, for mythology and history. Gateway 2. The captivating worlds of ancient myth. Now watch the story in full please. Púca. A deep dive into Celtic mythology. The mists of time, swirling through the verdant landscapes of the Celtic nations, have carried whispers of beings both wondrous and terrifying. Among these spectral inhabitants of the otherworld, the Púca stands as a particularly captivating and multifaceted figure. More than just a simple fairy or mischievous sprite, the Púca embodies the liminal spaces between worlds, the unpredictable nature of the wild, and the enduring power of folklore to both entertain and warn. To truly understand the Púca is to delve into the heart of Celtic mythology, exploring its origins, its myriad forms, its complex temperament, and its enduring presence in the cultural consciousness of Ireland, Wales, Scotland, and beyond. This exploration will venture into the depths of ancient beliefs, tracing the evolution of the Púca through centuries of storytelling, and examining its lasting impact on the modern imagination. Whispers from the Veil. Unveiling the Púca's origins. The origins of the Púca are shrouded in the mists of pre-Christian Celtic beliefs, a time when the natural world was imbued with spiritual significance and the veil between the mortal realm and the otherworld was believed to be thin. Tracing the precise genesis of the Púca is a challenging task, as oral traditions often blend and evolve over time. However, by examining linguistic roots, comparative mythology, and early folklore, we can begin to piece together the potential influences that shape this enigmatic creature. The most direct linguistic link to the Púca lies in the Irish word, púca, itself. While the exact etymology is debated, it is generally believed to derive from the Old Irish word, pusi, which likely referred to a type of mischievous spirit or goblin. This connection suggests that the concept of a trickster spirit predates the fully formed image of the Púca as we know it today. Similar words exist in other Celtic languages, such as the Welsh, Púca, and the Cornish, Bucca, further indicating a shared ancestral belief in such beings across the Celtic world. Some scholars propose connections between the Púca and older Celtic deities or spirits associated with nature and fertility. The concept of shapeshifting, a hallmark of the Púca, is a common motif in Celtic mythology, often attributed to powerful deities capable of manipulating their form to interact with the mortal world. It is possible that the Púca emerged as a more localized and accessible manifestation of these shapeshifting powers, a spirit that could interact more directly with individuals and communities. Furthermore, the Púca's close association with animals, particularly horses, goats, and dogs, suggests a deep connection to the natural world and the Celtic reverence for these creatures. Horses, in particular, held a significant place in Celtic society, representing power, speed, and even connections to the divine. The Púca's frequent appearance as a magnificent black horse with glowing eyes may reflect this cultural significance, imbuing the creature with an aura of both awe and fear. The influence of the otherworld, the realm of fairies and other supernatural beings in Celtic mythology, cannot be overlooked. The Púca is often described as a denizen of this realm, crossing between worlds at will. This connection positions the Púca as a liminal figure, existing on the fringes of human perception and embodying the unpredictable and often magical nature of the otherworld. As Christianity gradually replaced pagan beliefs in the Celtic lands, many older deities and spirits were either demonized or transformed into folkloric creatures. It is possible that the Púca, with its ambiguous nature and penchant for both helpfulness and trickery, managed to survive. This transition by becoming a more complex and nuanced figure in popular imagination. Rather than being entirely banished, the Púca adapted, becoming a mischievous fairy-like being that continued to inhabit the fringes of the human world. A kaleidoscope of forms, the ever-changing appearance of the Púca. One of the most distinctive characteristics of the Púca is its remarkable ability to shapeshift. Unlike some mythical creatures with fixed forms, the Púca is a fluid entity, capable of transforming into a wide array of guises, often choosing forms that are both familiar and slightly unsettling to humans. This protean nature adds to the Púca's mystique and contributes to its unpredictable reputation. Perhaps the most iconic form of the Púca is that of a magnificent black horse. This is not an ordinary steed, however. The Púca horse is often described as being exceptionally large and powerful, with a flowing mane and tail, and eyes that gleam with an otherworldly light, sometimes described as fiery or golden. This form often appears at night, galloping through the countryside with an ethereal grace. While tempting to ride, those who dare to mount a Púca horse are said to experience a wild and terrifying ride, being thrown off in a muddy bog or transported to some unknown and unsettling location. Another common animal form adopted by the Púca is that of a goat. In this guise, the Púca is often depicted as a large, shaggy goat with impressive horns and a mischievous glint in its eyes. The goat form is often associated with more playful or trickster aspects of the Púca's nature, with stories of the Púca as a goat leading travelers astray or causing minor disruptions. The Púca can also appear as a sleek black dog, often with glowing red eyes. This form can be particularly unsettling, tapping into primal fears associated with nocturnal predators. The Púca as a dog might be seen lurking in dark corners or following travelers, sometimes silent and watchful, other times emitting eerie howls that send shivers down the spine. Less frequently, the Púca is said to take the form of a cat, often a large and unusually intelligent-looking feline with an air of knowing amusement. In this guise, the Púca might observe human activities from a distance, perhaps even offering cryptic advice or causing subtle mischief. While animal forms are the most prevalent, the Púca is also capable of transforming into human shape. However, even in human form, the Púca often retains certain telltale signs of its true nature. It might have animalistic features, such as pointed ears or a tail, or its human guise might be described as unusually handsome or beautiful, possessing an unsettlingly intense gaze. The Púca in human form is often depicted as a solitary figure, encountered in lonely places or at twilight, and its interactions with humans can range from helpful guidance to deceptive trickery. The choice of form adopted by the Púca often reflects its intentions or the nature of its interaction with humans. The powerful horse might signify a wild and uncontrollable force, while the goat might indicate a more playful and mischievous spirit. The unsettling dog or cat forms could suggest a more ominous presence. The shapeshifting ability of the Púca highlights its connection to the liminal and the unpredictable. It is a creature that defies easy categorization, existing outside the normal boundaries of the natural world. This fluidity of form contributes to the Púca's enduring mystery and its ability to evoke a wide range of emotions, from amusement to fear. A temperament of twilight, navigating the Púca's complex nature. The Púca is not a purely benevolent or malevolent entity. Rather, its nature is complex and often contradictory, reflecting the unpredictable forces of the natural world it embodies. It is a creature of twilight, existing in the spaces between light and darkness, and its temperament can shift as readily as its form. Understanding the Púca requires acknowledging this duality, recognizing its capacity for both helpfulness and mischievousness. One of the most well-known aspects of the Púca is its reputation as a trickster. It delights in playing pranks on unsuspecting humans, often targeting those who are arrogant, greedy, or disrespectful of the natural world. These tricks can range from minor annoyances, such as tangling the manes and tails of horses or leading travelers astray, to more elaborate and unsettling pranks, such as leaving people stranded in strange places or causing objects to disappear and reappear in unexpected locations. The Púca's trickery is rarely malicious, However, it often serves as a form of playful reprimand or a reminder of the unpredictable nature of life. Despite its mischievous tendencies, the Púca is not entirely malevolent. In some instances, it is known to offer help and guidance to those who are lost or in need. Stories tell of the Púca whispering warnings of danger, leading travelers to safety, or even offering cryptic advice that ultimately proves beneficial. This helpful side of the Púca is often conditional, however, and may be reserved for those who show respect for the creature or the natural world. The Púca's temperament is also closely tied to its connection to the otherworld. As a creature that straddles the boundary between worlds, it possesses knowledge and insights that are hidden from ordinary humans. Its pronouncements and warnings should therefore be heeded, even if they are delivered in a cryptic or unsettling manner. The Púca's behavior can also be influenced by the time of year and the specific location. It is often said to be most active during the autumn and winter months, when the veil between worlds is believed to be thinner. Certain places, such as ancient ruins, crossroads, and wild, untamed landscapes, are also considered to be favored haunts of the Púca. It is important to note that the Púca is not easily controlled or commanded. Attempts to capture or bind a Púca are generally met with failure or even retribution. The Púca is a wild spirit, and its interactions with humans are typically on its own terms. The complex and often contradictory nature of the Púca's temperament reflects the Celtic understanding of the supernatural world as being both alluring and dangerous. It serves as a reminder that the forces of nature are not always predictable or easily understood, and that respect and caution are necessary when interacting with the unknown. Across the Celtic fringe, regional variations of the Púca. While the core characteristics of the Púca remain consistent across the Celtic nations, regional variations exist, with different names, specific attributes, and unique folklore associated with the creature in different areas. Exploring these regional nuances provides a richer understanding of the Púca's place in the broader Celtic cultural landscape. In Ireland, the Púca is perhaps the most well-known and widely feared and respected of the fairy creatures. Its shapeshifting abilities and its dual nature are central to Irish folklore. Stories of encounters with the Púca are common, ranging from terrifying tales of wild rides on its back to more light-hearted anecdotes of its mischievous pranks. The Púca is often associated with specific locations, such as particular hills, rivers, or ancient sites, further grounding it in the local landscape. In Wales, the equivalent of the Púca is known as the Púca. Similar to its Irish counterpart, the Púca is a shapeshifting spirit often appearing as a black horse or a goat. Welsh folklore also attributes to the Púca the ability to transform into other animals, and even human form. The Púca is generally considered to be more mischievous than malevolent, often playing tricks on farmers and travelers. However, it is also said to be capable of helping those who treat it with respect. Scotland also has its own versions of the Púca, although the name and specific characteristics may vary. Creatures like the Brolican, a shapeshifting water spirit, share some similarities with the Púca. Highland folklore also features tales of mischievous spirits associated with animals, particularly horses and cattle, which may be related to the Púca tradition. On the Isle of Man, the Fynodori is a hairy, benevolent giant with immense strength who is often associated with helping farmers with their work. While not a direct equivalent of the Púca, the Fynodori shares the characteristic of being a supernatural being with a connection to the land and a capacity for both helpfulness and occasional mischief. Cornwall has the Bucca, a sea spirit that can be both helpful and harmful to fishermen. While primarily associated with the sea, the Bucca's shapeshifting abilities and ambiguous nature align it with the broader Púca tradition. In Brittany, the Pulpique is a mischievous water spirit that can take various forms, often appearing as a horse or a goat. Like the Púca, the Pulpique is known for playing tricks on humans but can also be helpful in certain circumstances. These regional variations highlight the enduring presence of the shapeshifting trickster spirit in Celtic folklore. While the specific details may differ, the underlying themes of transformation, ambiguity, and the unpredictable nature of the supernatural remain consistent across the Celtic nations. These regional adaptations demonstrate how folklore evolves and adapts to local landscapes, beliefs, and cultural nuances. Woven into the fabric of storytelling, the Púca in folklore and legend. The Púca is not merely a concept, it is a vibrant character woven into countless stories, legends, and folk tales across the Celtic world. These narratives serve not only to entertain but also to impart cultural values, explain the mysteries of the natural world, and offer warnings about the dangers of disrespecting the supernatural. Exploring some of these tales provides a deeper understanding of the Púca's role in the Celtic imagination. One common type of Púca story involves encounters with its horse form. These tales often depict a lone traveler encountering a magnificent black horse by the roadside at night. The horse may appear docile and inviting to ride, but once mounted, it takes off at a terrifying speed, carrying the unfortunate rider on a wild and perilous journey, often culminating in being thrown into a muddy bog or left stranded in a strange and unfamiliar place. These stories serve as a cautionary tale against trusting appearances and the allure of the unknown. Other stories focus on the Púca's mischievous pranks. These tales often involve the Púca in its goat or other animal forms, causing minor disruptions in daily life. It might tangle the hair of sleeping people, knock over milk pails, or lead animals astray. These pranks are usually more annoying than harmful, reflecting the Púca's trickster nature. However, not all Púca stories are cautionary or mischievous. Some tales depict the Púca offering help to those in need. Stories tell of the Púca whispering warnings of impending danger, guiding lost travelers back to safety, or even helping farmers with their work in exchange for a small offering. These benevolent acts often highlight the importance of respecting the Púca and the natural world. One particularly interesting category of Púca stories involves its ability to speak with humans, albeit often in riddles or cryptic pronouncements. These tales suggest a deeper level of intelligence and knowledge possessed by the Púca, hinting at its connection to the otherworld and its understanding of the hidden workings of the world. The Púca also features in numerous local legends and place name etymologies. Certain rocks, hills, or bodies of water are said to be associated with specific pucas, with stories explaining their origins or the Púca's connection to the location. These local legends further embed the Púca into the cultural landscape and reinforce its presence in the collective memory of communities. The Púca's influence extends beyond simple narratives. It has also inspired traditional Irish music, poetry, and literature. Songs and poems often evoke the image of the Púca as a mysterious and powerful creature of the night, capturing its duality and its connection to the wild beauty of the Celtic landscape. The enduring popularity of Púca stories speaks to the creature's multifaceted nature and its ability to resonate with different aspects of the human experience. It embodies the unpredictable forces of nature, the allure and danger of the unknown, and the importance of respecting the boundaries between the mortal and supernatural realms. From folklore to fantasy, the Púca's modern interpretations and cultural impact. While rooted in ancient beliefs and folklore, the Púca has continued to capture the imagination in modern times, appearing in various forms of literature, film, and popular culture. These modern interpretations often draw upon the traditional characteristics of the Púca while also exploring new facets of its nature and its relevance to contemporary audiences. In literature, the Púca has appeared in fantasy novels, children's stories, and even poetry. Authors often utilize the Púca's shapeshifting abilities and its ambiguous nature to create complex and intriguing characters. Some portray the Púca as a mischievous but ultimately benevolent trickster, while others explore its darker and more mysterious aspects. The Púca's connection to the natural world and the otherworld also makes it a fitting inhabitant of fantasy settings. Film and television have also featured the Púca, often incorporating its iconic forms, such as the Black Horse, and its reputation for both trickery and occasional helpfulness. Animated films, in particular, have found creative ways to depict the Púca's shapeshifting abilities and its whimsical nature. The Púca has also made its way into other forms of popular culture, such as video games, board games, and artwork. Its image is often used to evoke a sense of Celtic mystique and the magic of folklore. The enduring appeal of the Púca in modern culture can be attributed to several factors. Its shapeshifting nature allows for a wide range of interpretations and creative possibilities. Its ambiguous temperament, being neither purely good nor evil, makes it a relatable and complex character. Its connection to the natural world resonates with contemporary concerns about the environment and the power of nature. And its roots in ancient Celtic mythology provide a link to a rich and evocative cultural heritage. Furthermore, the Púca's trickster archetype continues to hold relevance in a world often characterized by uncertainty and change. The Púca reminds us that things are not always as they seem and that a healthy dose of skepticism and humor can be valuable tools for navigating life's challenges. The continued presence of the Púca in modern culture demonstrates the enduring power of folklore to adapt and remain relevant across generations. It highlights the human fascination with the supernatural, the enduring appeal of trickster figures, and the lasting legacy of Celtic mythology. 7. Conclusion. The enduring enigma of the Púca. The Púca, the shapeshifting spirit of Celtic mythology, stands as a testament to the rich and enduring power of folklore. From its shadowy origins in pre-Christian beliefs to its multifaceted presence in modern culture, the Púca has captivated imaginations for centuries. Its ability to transform into a myriad of forms, its complex temperament encompassing both mischief and helpfulness, and its deep connection to the natural world and the otherworld have made it a truly enigmatic and compelling figure. The whispers of the Púca continue to echo through the Celtic lands, reminding us of the thin veil between worlds and the unpredictable forces that lie beyond our everyday perception. It serves as a reminder to respect the power of nature, to be wary of appearances, and to appreciate the playful and sometimes unsettling magic that can be found in the fringes of our reality. The Púca is more than just a mythical creature, it is a reflection of the Celtic understanding of the world as a place of mystery, wonder, and inherent duality. It embodies the liminal spaces, the twilight hours, and the ever-shifting nature of existence itself. As long as stories are told and the echoes of ancient beliefs persist, the Púca will continue to gallop through the night, a captivating and enduring enigma in the tapestry of Celtic mythology.